iconic decriminalization of Section 377 in 2018. The historic Sabarimala verdict, also in 2018, which allowed women of menstruating age also to enter into the temple. The recognition of abortion rights for unmarried women in 2021. Why am I bringing up all these iconic judgments? What's common among all these judgments? Chief Justice of India, a CJI. The CJI is not just the top judge. He or she often influences the course of India's legal landscape. That's how powerful and significant the role is. Now, the current CJI, Sanjeev Khanna, has recommended as his successor Justice B.R. Gavai, who is all set to become the 52nd CJI of the country. So how is a Chief Justice who holds so much power and responsibility actually appointed? Let's break it down. Article 124 of the Indian Constitution grants the President of India the authority to appoint a CJI, but it doesn't give details on the exact process. Instead, the procedure is outlined in the Memorandum of Procedure established between the judiciary and the government. This document states that when a sitting CJI approaches the age of 65, they are required to submit their recommendation for a successor to the Union Law Ministry. The Law Ministry then forwards this suggestion to the Prime Minister, who will request the President to consider the appointment. Because of the historic second judge's case in 1993, when it comes to judicial appointments, the President should concur CJI's opinion and the opinion of the senior judges. Now, typically, for this role, a senior judge in the Supreme Court is always recommended. But there has been exceptions in the past. If two senior-most judges are in the running, the one with more experience in the High Court or the one who took oath first will be given preference. Once the suggestion is made, the President will review the qualifications of the candidate and proceed with the formal appointment of the new CJI. However, the President cannot turn down the Collegium's choice. Interestingly, 64-year-old Gavai, who is set to take office from May 14th, will serve term only for 193 days until he becomes 65. Only time could tell how much impact he will be able to make in his term. But one thing is certain, the choice of a CJI significantly impacts the course of justice in India. The appointment is not just procedural, it's a decisive moment in the legal and constitutional journey of the nation.